What's up, y'all? How's it going? I know it's been a couple days. Um, yeah, just basically gonna be walking through this trade that I took. Been getting a lot of questions, so I'm just gonna share my screen. Um, I screwed up. I have a live account. I started a live account on Monday. Well, I funded it up last week. Started live trading it on Monday. Um, but I wasn't aware of the maintenance margin. So to swing a micro NQ contract, you have to have like 20 or 2440 $2,440. So if I don't close by 4 p.m. CST, then they're gonna charge me $150. So I'm gonna close it on stream. I'm gonna see if I can get something. Let me see. I'm gonna share my stream. I didn't share it with nobody. Let's see. Um, so yeah, basically, just gonna be walking through this trade, and kind of how I did my IPTA look back for this time and what I saw. It was a very clean trade. It's something that I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of this, where it creates this little funky formation at the bottom and just runs. So yeah, we'll get right into it. So I'm gonna start out with a blank stream chart. Let's see. So we're just gonna go completely blank. I'm gonna mark it up for you guys, right? I will add my board indicators because it takes a lot of time to search through the candles. Okay, so let's see, right? Let's see. So I was on hourly. I was mainly on monthly, right? So if you go to monthly, I've noticed there was a power three forming at this specific time, and we're right at that high yesterday when I popped. So I mean, sometimes it's that simple. Sometimes it goes in your favor. I mean, I didn't expect it to run this hard. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't expect my I was expecting the take profit on Twitter to be to be hit by tomorrow or Friday. You know what I mean? So that was cool. But yeah, basically that's an immediate or not immediate, but that's a rebalance. On the monthly, we held this high, which we could treat that as a breaker, right? Next area of liquidity would be all-time high if we do hold this high and that high, because as ICT says, um, every long-term high can be treated as a breaker. So let's see. That was just like a psychological level. The retailers. No, I'm just kidding. We're all retail. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna be closing out my trade on stream, just kind of like seeing what we can get. I'd like for us to come down and respect this, uh, but I'll probably just end up closing. To be honest, if we can get a run right here, that'd be pretty cool. But I doubt it. End of the day, not really. You know, I got to close my trade because of trade of eight, because their maintenance margin and all that shit. So it's kind of weak, but whatever. But yeah, basically we're gonna get right into it. Let me just close out this trade real quick. Um, Boom, that's history, man. Let's see. I'm just gonna plot a couple lines. Bear with me. I'll get right into it. Just give me a second. Just bear with me. Um, I'm gonna drop some massive sauce, so stick around if you're watching. I'm not really watching my stream. Just kind of focused on this. Tend to get distracted a lot. Let's see. So we know that was taken just there. So basically, how do I trade, right? What do I use? What PD arrays do I use? Well, I use fair value gaps. The 2022 entry model is my trading model, which is basically an entry model, a way to get into the market and identify price for an entry, and draws on liquidity, right? So basically, um, what PD arrays do I study and how do I utilize them? I simply look at everything as support and resistance. It's pretty simple. You know what I mean? A lot of people want to get very technical, which is cool, and I get very technical too, but it's because I'm advanced with ICT. Um, so let's just get into it, right? So when you're looking at your RTH gaps, right? You're looking at your RTH gaps. Um, you want to mark them out. You want to mark them all out. They're all significant. I mean, every single one is going to play a part, right? I'm gonna sit here and mark them out because I'm bored. So you're gonna be able to have the luxury of watching me do like a look back right now, and there's a reason for it. Because I'm kind of more so bullish now. Especially after that draw yesterday. We have SMT. I'll get into that. I'll get into all that, right? But it's funny because these areas that line up with CE, they line up with so many. It's not a coincidence, man. If you were to just trade RTH gaps, you'd probably be more profitable than anybody on this Furu ass app, um, aka X. Trying to be a guru. So yeah, we're just marking out RTH gaps right now, doing a look back because I personally I think it's important right now to do a look back and be aware of where price could go potentially to the downside and to the upside, right? So that's clean. Some clean delivery, right? So it's gonna look messy. I'll clean it up, don't worry. So when you're marking up your RTH gaps, I mean, you can really mark them up on any time frame. I started out on 15-minute, and you always mark them out from the candle close to the candle open, right? Candle close, the candle open. So this was that CPI with Bohr. I think it was CPI. Our red folder news with Bohr today. I'm aware of these equal lows. This does look like a draw on liquidity. Draw on liquidity on RTH. We'll go to ETH in a sec, but I just want this to kind of resonate with anybody that's on stream, right? Just kind of sit here and soak into how it looks, right? RTH got from November 14th, right? So yeah, I'm focused on this area. If we can crack through this point at 21,320, the 12 o'clock candle, then we should peel down into here. Run your quadrants or whatever fib you use. I reversed engineered ICT's fib, and this personally works for me better because I kind of customize it myself. So kind of just, I don't know. I was tinkering with a lot of things a couple years ago and came up with this, but I'm looking for this 0.50 and 0.30 in this RTH. Which would then be a previous market structure point at what time? 9:15, right? Which was what? Which was a spool point, which was equal highs, an old RTH above that. So when you're looking at RTH, you really kind of got to just look at market structure. Previous high, like wicks, longer wicks, where we sweep out lows like this. That was actually my entry right here on RTH. I was actually watching RTH as it was printing when I took it. I always take my entries off RTH. You rarely will see me hold something before RTH, the opening range gap, until after New York, right? Because 9 times out of 10, we're going to come back to that price. So why would I want to be in it if I could take my money and compound and be back in and try to find another trade? Or, you're going to find a safer trade. You're going to be more confident about it. So yeah, basically how I utilize RTH, I look at previous market structure, previous day highs, previous day lows. When we sweep out previous day lows and previous week lows on RTH, it's very key. Now let's switch over to ETH. So if you notice, right, ETH, it looks way more relevant, right? Like you can see that, okay, now he's looking at this market structure point, but I marked out RTH. That's why my charts look so clean, is because I mark out on RTH. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Um, so that's real support and resistance for me. Again, I also do use a couple of other indicators. Shout out to this Shaviv Rainbox. His name's Ipta Enthusiast on X. Real good guy. Let's see. So you want to, if you're using the Asian session high point midlines, you want to do an hour behind, at least for me, because I look at my charts on EST. Well, not right now. They're on CEST, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Let's see. Whoops. So, let's see. Boom. So that's my bore. Let me do my signature colors. I don't know why I chose white. It just sticks out. And I was really trying to learn it at the time, so I was like, I need something that really sticks out where I'm like, damn, yeah, that's bore. So white and red. Um, yeah. So basically, this is what I'm looking at. This is the news candle from today. Let me go see what news it was. So I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Peep the 7 hour green jit. 7 hour that got swept. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I was about to cover that too. Let's see. I was just checking my chart. See, let's see the news that was from today. Yeah, so we had CPI, CPI, CPI. So yeah, I mean it was very, very volatile day. I was just happened to be on side. I got lucky. No, I'm just playing. That was very predetermined. Kind of pissed I didn't get to hold my freaking trade, man. But whatever. Screw it. It is what it is. But yeah. So what I was gonna cover Is this RTH? My bad, yo. I'm fucking all over. I'm all hopped up on goofballs. So see how these 3 board sessions were consolidated like very tightly, and then we came and tapped into them today and finally rated that fucking Tuesday board, Tuesday 7th board. Um, that's a very good signature that we're gonna come revisit that, especially when we have like equal highs, rounded tops, imbalance up here, right? Don't ignore that. Um, we still these are pretty relatively equal. I'm not bearish or bullish. I'm not trying to be too bearish or bullish, but I'm pretty fucking bullish. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but yeah, basically, I mean, there's just so many confluences. I just realized my mic's been off the whole fucking time, bro, and y'all didn't tell me shit. Um, damn. So I'm gonna re-walk through everything. I'm gonna re-walk through everything. Could you guys just hear me, or was I muted the whole damn time? Let me know something. Stupid. The whole time? You could hear me the whole time. Okay, cool. Fuck, that scared the shit out of me. All right. Um. So yeah, I marked out all these RTHs. I hope you guys heard all that. But basically, that CPI candle tends to get traded into a lot. So really, if you miss the entry down here, do not worry about it. Like, we're gonna come back down. I really want to see how we come and fill this. If we can come and use this as some kind of like support and resistance, that'd be amazing. I mean, there's board midpoint right there. We got board midpoint right there, and then we got this tight range right here. Um, so yeah, dope. I'm super glad you guys could hear me the whole time. I was about to be bummed out, but yeah, basically CPI candles always get traded into. I was actually kind of surprised that we didn't trade deeper, but it was actually because that RTH gap that we didn't. If you guys hadn't watched that RTH gap video that ICT just went over, he said if an RTH gap opens up 120 handles, 120 handles, right? If it opens up 120 handles, it's not going to get filled to the it's gonna hold. Like, you can anticipate this three quarter level to hold this standard deviation right here. I don't know why. I still have some back testing to do on it, but I've noticed that as well. So I'm kind of curious if we're gonna hold this or we're gonna hold this as a breakaway. Um, I'm kind of curious. I'm curious to what we're gonna do this week and how we're gonna close, right? Um, I anticipated that weekly low. That was my entry. Um, but yeah, it's just like there was also something that I noticed with B adjust off. We had some SMT on B adjust off, and I usually don't pay attention to B adjust off, but it caught my attention a lot. I think let me go to daily. I think it was daily. Let's see. So this is an order block, right? This is an order block. Let's see. Yeah. So let me go to daily real quick. Took off RTH. Um. So yeah, look at this November 19th, right? November 19th, right here. And it was funny that ICT dropped the video when he did. It was the day prior. So if you would have caught that, I mean, I didn't watch it until like Monday or Tuesday, but it kind of blew my mind and gave me like a super big aha realization. Like, damn, dude, like I've been playing this SMT and this RTH for a minute, and I didn't even like. I just found it kind of on my own. So I was super stoked to kind of see him how he utilized it and his perspective. Again, nobody can teach. I don't care who he is, what kind of character flaw he has. I mean, like he says, separate the man from his work. I mean, he's just a phenomenal teacher. Um, I've learned everything I know from ICT, but he's very rough around the edges. He's very rough around the edges, hard to deal with and hard to believe. But when you study his concepts, you're like, nah, this man's the truth, bro. I keep getting some distasteful messages about ICT, but let's just ignore them. Like y'all don't even understand, bro. But yeah, so look, previous day RTH. If you do a look back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 day look back. Do your 10, 20, 30, 40 day look back, whatever you do, 20, 40, 60, and do some look backs at the highs. I'm pretty convinced we're coming up to all-time highs. 22,500, right? I'm not saying that's what we're going to do from here, but it's highly likely if we do hold this area, this whole OG consolidation. That's kind of what I'm looking at it as. Um, so I do want higher prices. I would love to see some kind of discount offered before spooling again. But, there's a lot of news this week. I'm really bummed out. I had to close that trade. But now I can swing trade. Now I can officially swing trade and not get taxed to no end. They're gonna charge me $145 and close the trade if I didn't close it. The wire transfer wouldn't have hit in time, which kind of sucks, but whatever. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm focused on this next bore from January 6th, which actually was the first live stream that I ever did, which happens to be my birthday. Shout out to God. No, I'm just playing. Corny as fuck. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this imbalance from January 7th. Kind of see what we're gonna do in here in terms of like structure. You know what I mean? Because we do hindsight 2020. We do still look like we are going to come down, right? We got this 19.5, right? I mean, I've been screaming 17.5 forever. I feel like a crackhead about it, but I want that. I want that price. I'd love to put some swing option plays. But who knows? This might not be the time because I mean how inefficiently delivered. I'm still bullish, but I'm also giving, you know, bullish and bearish analysis because can't really fucking predict the market. So just how this 6 day opens, we need to get above this 6 day displacement. Let me turn this off. My bad, y'all. We need to get above this 6 day displacement. That's bearish. We got 2 days. We got 2 days until that 6 day candle close. So honestly, I kind of see us coming to here in the next 6 days to 22K. So 22K is my upside target. That first target got hit to the T today. I called it on Twitter. We're gonna go back to my Twitter charts now. This was what I called on Twitter, right? I think I was a couple handles off. I'm sorry, y'all. Need to do better. Really need to do better, bro. Couple handles off high today. Called it yesterday. Sorry, bro. No, I'm just playing. I'm just being a dumb fuck now. Let's see. Real dry ass humor today. I need to eat something. I'm kind of cracked out on the market today. Been up since like 2:30, just watching the trade. So I'm trying to find that call out that I did. Let's see. So that first upside target was 21,453. 21,453. We hit 21,453 and a half. So I'm 50 cents off. Need to do better, bro. Sorry, y'all. I'm fucking dumb, bro. That was pretty nice. I mean, I really don't even know where I got these two highs. Don't even know what time frame I got them off. I think it might have been a monthly. I know it was an open of some sort. I'm being stupid though. Ignore my peacocking, please. It's been dumb. Let's see. 21,457. Let me find that area. Why? That's what it was. Wait. Was it the 12 hour? No, yeah, it was the 12 hour. It's because of this right here. It's because of this right here. This little like breaker formation, high, low, and then this, right? These little structural points are very key. They're always around CE. And it would happen to be, that's what it was. It was the top of a bore, and I liked how this looked for a structure point. But it was the 12-hour open close. So next break of structure would actually be this right here. So if we can get above that level that I called 21,453, excuse me, I would love to see that. In terms of where we could reject, I mean, if you look at this, that's a quadrant right there, right? That might be an end dog. I don't actually think that's a RTH gap. Let me see. Yeah, so that's an NWOG right there. So that could actually be a point of interest where we could see some hard rejections for a retracement after we come and fill this or rebalance this or come into here. I could see both. You just got to pay attention, you know what I mean? So off the 1 hour CPI candle, bore, right? Oh yeah, I haven't even gotten to the doubling the range yet. Fuck. That's gonna be a long one. So yeah, I'd like to see us hold this RTH 50%. Mark out your quadrants on this RTH from January 8th or somewhere around there. Let's see. Yeah, January 8th. um, and yeah, that's pretty much where I'm looking at. And then for rejections, I mean, look at this NWOG. You know, it's holding. Let's see. It's holding. You know, pretty much one quadrant right there. So if we hold that, that's a pretty good signature, right? You just got to pay attention. Just pay attention how we spool, um, where we react. So yeah, that's basically what I was seeing in terms of bore. In terms of bore and that doubling your range projection. So I want you to notice this is a previous day bore that we tapped into, right? Smacked off that previous day low. I had my I was focused on this CE, but I also like this for the imbalance if we held for the inversion, right? So Shit, I already closed that trade. Let's see. So Boar high, and someone asked me how are you marking out the doubling, like how are you doubling it? I personally like to go to the 3 minute or 1 minute, especially for boar, and just mark out the body to body. So 175, right? That board session was 175, and this one was 320. We ended up spooling for 408 off a board. Yeah, 408. Oh no, my bad. Fuck. It was like 600 almost. I'm tripping. So like yeah, 400 almost 500 handles off a board. Previous day board was 175. So we do have some retracement to do. Um, just focus on what hasn't been rebalanced, right? Like this has been rebalanced, but we got that. We could trade through that. You know what I mean? So some areas of support right here. Mark out that SIBI from just basically that candle from CPI, even this candle too. You can mark out that one as well, and that one. Anywhere that gives you a good displacement and a reaction. You see that? Identical. Held that fucking opening price. If you look at it on RTH, look, ICT says we get a 120 handle gap. It's always gonna hold, right? For that day. For that day. He just leaked that too. But yeah, that was pretty much my trade. If you guys got any questions, I'm looking at the chat now. Massive clutter. Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, I was looking at my blank chart, but let's see. My IPTA look back though, hitting. Um, super clusterfuck, man. God, this market fucking gets me all hyped the fuck up, man. I've been cracked out. Yeah, see, so more confluence, even more NWOGs and NDOGs. Um, then if you go there, it's the same. It's the RTH. Obviously, if there's if there's an NDOG and an NWOG there, there's gonna be a RTH somewhere near it. I mean, if you think about it, there's always gonna be, if there's an NDOG, RTH is always gonna be there, because that's why I love RTH, is because it's so interchangeable and universal. You can use it so many different ways. And it gives you an order flow. But yeah, if you guys got any questions for me, please let me know. Do better, bro. I know I was a half a handle off from the high calling it yesterday. What an idiot, bro. Should have called the low of the day today too. I knew that midnight opening range was gonna. I didn't even go over that. Whoops. I didn't even go over that or my IFVG I was looking at. Um, it's hard. It's hard when you're in the groove, and like you're just marking so much shit up, bro. Like you don't even really know what time frame, but you know what time frame that you mark up on, right? So that was the inverse for value gap. It was just a market structure point, but I was focused on this candle right here, right? This 1457, because we usually do spool at that time. So that for me was like a good structure point due to what time it was. Um, Mantaraya, he actually called that 1 minute candle at 1850. I don't know if you guys peeped that, but he called this 1 minute candle at Borlow at 1850 and or 1750, my bad. 1750, he called this candle. So I slapped it on my charts just to kind of see and study it. And he called Borlow, and he called or midnight opening range 50% before it even fucking happened, right? It's just crazy to me, bro. It's real crazy. Um, but yeah, very big coincidence. He just focused on that candle, and it just was the structure point and the equilibrium, right? Kind of funny, but yeah, this is midnight opening range right here. What the fuck just happened? I'm gonna delete that. I screwed up that indicator. So this is that opening range right here. Let me see. Boom. Box background color. Do black and yellow. Um. So yeah, if you look, I mean, if you look, it's been written. You know what I mean? We offered. We always get offered. London's always the equilibrium. I want you guys to know that London's always the equilibrium. Think about it. We always have a draw on liquidity into discount or premium in London. So it's never like it's always a finite area, but it's never like the high or the low. Usually, right? It has been in like then it was that was the low. You know what I mean? London low. It set the low for that day for today. But like what I'm trying to say is like it always reacts as an equilibrium. Like it's always gonna come back and revisit it. Because it's always gonna seek premium or discount off of the midnight opening range, right? So when I'm looking at the midnight opening range, I always kind of am seeking some kind of premium discount, drawing liquidity, SMT to form by the morning. Right? So see more SMT. Um, so yeah, that's basically how I utilize it. I utilize it how I utilize Bohr, basically as a magnet. And RTH is basically my entry times. I follow ICT's rules about trades, and I know what time and what it's gonna look like before news and what it should like if it's gonna spool with news, right? So that's kind of why I held today. Um, but yeah, we acted as a equilibrium right here. If you mark out this whole range, body to body, I'm pretty positive that would end up 50%. Yes, it was. Right, let me see. I'm gonna go to my blank stream chart for y'all. So boom, 50%. It was 50%. Like I said, it's always equilibrium, man. You can't. You can't deny it. And again, we had 1, 2, 3 sessions consolidated within each other, 1, 2, 3 RTH gaps consolidated within each other. Of course, we're going to get a fucking spool off CPI. Of course, we're going to get that. Which side would have been more strengthy? Since we had SMT down here, that's what it was off that November 19th, right? So, if you guys got any questions, let me know. I'm checking the stream chat. Go show them the blow model. Kids, man, chill out, bro. Look, bro, Grandpa Ali back in the building. Fucking yeah, focus on. I'm looking at this too, which aligns right with my analysis. There's just so much freaking confluence, man. Shit. Well, shit. Here, let me get it better. I'm gonna delete all this. What am I talking about? Look how London's always treated as some kind of equilibrium. I don't think I was on 1 hour. I think I was on 15. Yeah. Perfectly equilibrium on the 15. So even off of that, you know what I mean? It's just like so dynamic. This move was written. I mean, I've seen it since yesterday. I I popped in that last hour macro. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Let's go back to my trade. We didn't even really look at the time, huh? Just realized. Ridiculous. So yeah, I popped it at 1500. That's the time that I look for reversals. 3 o'clock, power hour macro, right? And I mean, it gave me what I wanted. That last hour did more, pretty much, than all day did, because there was no real like draw on liquidity. But super solid trade. Probably one of my best entries I've caught. No, I mean it's pretty fucking normal, but probably one of my better entries I've caught because it was more. It was just so predicted, man. I sat on this for a minute. I mean, you don't see any other executions. I mean, I traded the day before, but I don't know why it doesn't show my executions. So this is the model that I was trying to tell you guys about. If you look at this SMT, and yes, I'm on the 15 second. I'll go to 30. 15 seconds a little crazy. So I thought we were gonna spool here since we held this low. I held, right. Um, but yeah. So what was I gonna show you guys? So 1504, 1507, 1504, 1507, 30-second. So that's what it was. We held that. Let me get both the fucking. Let me go to 1 minute. That's too crackhead, huh? Y'all probably like my fucking eyes, bro. There was this SMT I was looking at, man. Let me hold up. Okay, so let me see. Sorry, y'all. Should have been a little more prepared, but just want to do it live. So look, that January 14th, 12:30 price, that January 14th, nah, that January 14th, 12:30 price, right? Look at that SMT that we got in RTH opening range. I'm pretty sure this is what fucking ICT was talking about when he made this video. He saw it before it happened. Um, and this is why I held. This is exactly why I held. How did I know I was going to hold? I'm dropping too much sauce today, bro. Someone stop the stream for me. 322, right? But you want to look back even to that midnight opening range price, right? So even from right here, there to there, where there's the draw, slam back down, created more liquidity, draw and liquidity into there where the SMT is. SMT is a algorithmic draw on liquidity, and it's very hidden sometimes, very hidden. You got to be aware of it. So how did I get that, right? Why did I hold? Well, 285 handles. $285 handles. Like that one better. The line, oh yeah, I was lining it up with that. And then look, as soon as bore open. So not only did we collect, we spooled up, created a bunch of sell side liquidity, boom, 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 boom. Created a trend line liquidity, boom, 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 boom. Retail Rick was seeing sells, right, off that trend line. And then even off a bore, we spooled double that range. But if you were going to take it from this range to there, 513. So let's see. 513 divided by 2, 256, right? 283. So it's pretty accurate. It was pretty accurate. This is why I use that. This is why I use that, really. And honestly, you can double up range projections off a bore. And if we hold bore, we should spool. You know what I mean? Especially with news. It's just all about anticipation. If you feel it, you can feel it. Trust your gut instinct. Your muscles, your brain is a muscle, your heart's a muscle, your stomach's a muscle. It's all tied to your nervous system. Like when you feel it in your intuition, bro, bet on yourself for real. You feel something for a reason. It's all a muscle. It's just like trading. You just create muscle memory. It's just like basketball. You create muscle memory, right? So if anybody has any questions, get up. Oh my god, that shit had me dead today, bro. It's fucking hella funny. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what the fuck else to say, man. Of course, yeah, I'll save this live for sure. No problem. Dang, I should have scooted in my charts. What a doofus. You're right, Mark. I am green as hell, huh? Probably like this jit with the damn stream shit. But yeah, y'all be safe. Um, Hopefully someone got some kind of value. I'm gonna re-listen. I hope that my mic didn't cut out at that first 20 minutes. I hope y'all can hear me. But yeah, y'all be easy. Ali, Mark, I'm gonna tap in with y'all.